All right, Black Power. It's the General, y'all. It's General Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. We in the house. We on live on General General Seti's YouTube page. Just came off of Seti, giving motherfuckers that smoke, and you can come right on over here, and the fire is still lit. You know what I'm saying? Black Power, get with me. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, for that complete General Seti, a treasure chest of wisdom that, you know what I'm saying, deal with all the subjects that the general then dealt with down through the years, you know what I'm saying? It's most definitely a prize treasure chest of wisdom that if you serious about this research, you got to have it. You got to have it. KingSeti.com, Fly Products, online marketplace, African online marketplace by the general. Get on over there, DVDs, t-shirt, hoodies. We got African jewelry, comedic jewelry. Get on over there. I got something fly for you. And Patreon, General Seti, for that exclusive General Seti that you can't get on YouTube. Fly Patreon page, got live stream on my Patreon, just like you witnessing right here. I give live streams on my Patreon exclusive, and I got a couple of live streams coming up on Patreon where I'm gonna give you that show enough smoke. So I want you to have your ass in the place, because it's just at these very serious time, you just can't miss it. You see what I'm saying? You got to have the general's voice. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that just to be saying it. You understand? This real motherfucking talk. Now, why Africa should deport all Chinese. You understand what I'm saying? From Africa. Simply for the fact that they got to look out for their own people who was being totally disrespected over in goddamn China, where they didn't put this down, to defame the African continent by saying that Africans is responsible for the coronavirus, evicting Africans over there in China. I don't know what the hell niggas is, but I know that they over there trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I know how our people's is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock them for that aspect of going over there trying to get some money, because the Chinese is in Africa trying to get some money. They right there in your goddamn community trying to get some money. Arabs is in your community. White man is in your community on the continent getting all the money, getting all the resources. So it ain't nothing wrong with our family traveling up in their goddamn house doing the same thing. But when it get hot and shit and they want to, scapegoat somebody, they always scapegoat the black man and woman. You understand? They're just like, throwing trumped up charges on niggas right over here. Ain't had nothing to goddamn do with it. You understand? But they'll look for the first nigga and throw some charges on him and have him locked up. Damn, man then dead, all damn that 30 years of his life in jail. And then they come and do some DNA tests and find out it wasn't that man. You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing and hanging niggas and just on trumped up charges, shooting niggas on trumped up charges, ain't had shit to do with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And so they always, look for African, because we looked at as the lowest on the totem pole. We don't defend ourselves. We don't stick together, unified most of the time to deter a people from trying to do us like that. So at this point in time, for them to and you got people losing their lives and shit, African people, we ain't got time for that silly shit that them bitches is talking about. I'm going to just say it just like that. Y'all going to disrespect us, and y'all responsible for this shit. They just said the goddamn United States military put the shit over there. Now they saying, African people put it over there. They looking for anybody but their goddamn self to blame it on. Africa ain't got to goddamn. If Africans brought it, goddamn it, why it ain't in Africa on that level? You understand what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? Why it ain't in Africa on that goddamn level? And then you had your own doctor come out and talk about the shit over there. You understand what I'm saying? Then the military in the United States and other military say, y'all motherfuckers over there fucking with them animals any goddamn. They know what you're doing. They got goddamn satellites and shit. And they got their own spy network over there. So they know who it is. They know what it is. Shit, they got a lot of that shit they got down self on certain levels. You know what I'm saying? So they know when some shit is militaristic. You know what I said that a long time ago. That it's been weaponized. You know what I'm saying? And then for it to come way over here to the United States and it shit supposed to originate in China. You understand? The only way is spread on that level. And I mean, you got United States, got more goddamn cases than damn near the next. Man, this shit is ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. For United States to damn near have more cases than the next 7 nations up under them combined. When you got New York State that alone got more cases than any other nation, man, that shit been strategically, you understand, designed for this culture over here, this society over here. They knew all the ins and outs. They know how motherfuckers operate. You understand what I'm saying? And so here it is. You understand? You got, damn near 2,000-3,000 miles from the epicenter. Here you got niggas over here dropping like, flies. And black, family is dying. Crackers are dying too. You understand what I'm saying? And we gonna die, for more unnecessary reasons because don't nobody want to give us shit no goddamn way. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga can't even get his teeth clean out there in the goddamn, let alone get a ventilator. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, if you get a common cold, it'd be hard for them motherfucker to give you a goddamn prescription for some goddamn Tylenol. You understand? So you when it comes to some shit like that, you not getting no bed, nigga. They make that makeshift shit for niggas. But that good shit up there with them, them top doctors is at, they gonna keep that for them motherfuckers that got that money. You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep that for them motherfuckers that got that money. It's still a separation on that level. That doctor know, you understand, even though he putting his life on the line and they can go in there and talk about all that hero shit or whatever, he know if one of them white boys, if somebody got that good insurance, he can run that shit up. He could keep, and he know they gonna pay out. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna pay out that shit. But if you go any other way, you ain't gonna get paid. And I'll be goddamn if you think they gonna put their life on the line for some niggas who ain't got no goddamn insurance, and they make sure you ain't got none. You understand? That's the setup. That's the setup. You been over here, you built the nation, and here you is in 2020, slated to have no wealth, and they can put that shit in Forbes and everything because they still dictate the whole goddamn society. You understand what I'm saying? And here you niggas is, and we in this predicament where, they done closed everything down. You understand? We don't have no backup plan at all. You understand? None at all. And fuck a backup plan. We need a foremost and upfront plan, to deal with this and shit. And so while we is in these predicaments, man, we should wean ourselves off of a lot of shit. That's why they want to get this shit moving. You know what I'm saying? Because if they keep this shit down low long enough, niggas is going to figure out other ways to deal with shit. They're going to start saying, just like we motherfuckers ain't got no face masks. Okay, we can make face masks. You know what I'm saying? You can make toilet paper too. You understand all that other shit? Motherfuckers start making their own sanitizers and shit. This, that, and you got that goddamn knowledge. And, that's an area in which you can start and then expand the other thing that we need. You understand? And keep moving forward. So at no point in time, African people being as populous as we are, and sometimes we have to have our back to the wall for us to show our ingenuity. You know what I'm saying? And show how, we got to damn near be one finger on the goddamn, on the cliff, and when you hanging off the cliff with one finger holding before you show your greatness and shit. We should not have to wait that goddamn long to do nothing, man. You know, that's not what I'm hearing out of motherfuckers. This is showing that, that gas, that global African supremacy. That's why I put that supremacy on it, because the nationalism is no longer enough when they can send motherfuckers across the globe to, biological suicide bombers, because that's all that they done. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, United States is a whore. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to economics and shit, her motherfucking legs is open for everybody. Bitch, bring it on. We can come sell it. We got a populace and shit, and you can bring that shit on over here. You can go up in the niggas community. It's open. Come on, bring it on. So they don't lock shit down. You know what I'm saying? They don't lock shit down. Come on. And when you wide open like that, they're just like being in the, and you wide open, you gonna catch it. You understand what I'm saying? You is gonna catch it. And so we can't be in a society like that. You know what I'm saying? It's time for niggas to get, and I hope the continent of Africa learns and stop being disrespected on that level and make the world respect you. You got enough audacity to open your mouth and blame Africa for that garbage. You motherfuckers over there living like beasts. Living like beasts. You understand what I'm saying? And then our people, then degenerated, or some of them then degenerated, and we got to stand their ass back up. Motherfuckers is eating all type of, raw meat and shit and all that, man. Fuck all that. Y'all motherfuckers get it together, man. That shit is, the days when motherfuckers can eat like savages is over with. You know what I'm saying? Living like savages. And I keep, saying the uncleanliness and I'm going to bring some things up. I got a couple of slides that I want to show today, to really, show that these people's over there and they got enough nerve to talk about African people and they ain't nothing but hybrid mutants any goddamn way. They not the original peoples of Asia. They not the original peoples of Southern Asia, Southeast Asia, or Southwest Asia. You understand? They ain't got nothing to do with that land mass over there. We was original, and just like you got the Caucasoid coming out of the north, coming down, doing a lot of pillaging and a lot of plundering and a lot of destructive, things to Africa. Them motherfuckers is over in Asia doing the same goddamn thing. And we don't talk about the genocides that's been going on in Asia due to the wickedness of those Indians over there and them goddamn Chinese, or what you call the Oriental. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I can clearly show, and I've shown down there, when you look at the Buddhas, when you look at the ancient Buddhas, you see that they got woolly hair. You understand what I'm saying? And when you look at the deity, that's the highest superior image of all the land. You understand what I'm saying? And ain't none of them people over there got that woolly hair. You understand? Everywhere you look on the planet, the Messiah, the deity was a woolly haired African. The most beloved image was of the black woman nourishing her child, which is the most sacred symbol, as far as life and as far as sacredness on the planet. That's the most sacred, because without life, you ain't got nothing. You understand? All that other shit is rhetoric. You understand what I'm saying? So the Holy Mother and Child is looked at as the most. And so even there, when you look at the Venuses, which they call Venus, which is nothing but the African woman, you understand, who is pregnant, and she's got, her breast is full, her stomach is full to show that she's pregnant. So those were the sacred deities of the little Twa, which the cracker called a pygmy, that was all through Asia. And many of them still over there, and they commit genocide on them. And it ain't nobody talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And so, that just show you right there how they think about our people, because they know, just like the beast over in America, the beasts in Europe, you know what I'm saying? The beasts in the Americas, they know goddamn different. They still in our history because we brought civilization here. You understand what? There wasn't nobody here when we got here. So I'm sick of motherfuckers talking about Native Americans and shit. We play ourselves by saying shit. They not native. God damn, I'm sick of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the Native American. Bitch, how's you native here? You wasn't, your motherfucker, your ass came up out of them mountains in goddamn Asia, you know, up in Russia, right along with the Caucasoid, you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They did not originate over here. So quit saying they native and this, that, and shit. The first, you know, peoples that was on this, what you call North and South America, but they came from the southern peripheral. You understand what I'm saying? Them goddamn, what you want to call Indians and shit, they came through the Bering Strait and they tell you where they came from. So if they came from the Bering Strait and they show you why the fucking motherfuckers keep talking about the native goddamn American? Bitch, you didn't come from here. Native mean that's the land of your birth. You understand? Africa, we native to Africa. We migrated everywhere else. But when you say indigenous, that means the land that originated the gene pool. You understand? The gene, when you say indigenous, you understand what I'm saying? So we indigenous to Africa and we migrated to all other areas and was nobody there when so yes, we are first in all land masses. That don't mean we indigenous, but we first. You understand? Nobody was there when we got there. You know what? That's Asia. That's the Americas. We was first, and nobody was there when we came in the goddamn land. Nobody beat us to these land masses. You see what I'm saying? And so when you talk about Asia and China, a lot of them. Let me bring some things up real quick. I ain't gonna be on here all night, but I'm gonna show some things. Okay. Okay, let me see how we look. Okay. Let me see how we look. Let me take that on up out of there. Now, what you looking at right there is what you the nations that's on the Indian, what they call the Indian, ain't no damn Indian Ocean. I'm sick of that. That's the Kushite Ocean. Wasn't no goddamn even no Indians over there. And so, you know, that's another way that they steal from us our legacy, because they come in there and rename all the land masses. And, you know, you go in Africa, you got Lake Victoria and Lake Albert. And you understand what I'm saying? All this shit, and it ain't got nothing to do with the indigenous population. So somehow, you know, right up under, you know, on the, right there around Somalia, it's called the Arabian Sea. And so, you know, the first thing I said to motherfuckers, and I'm gonna bring my face up, I say, and I'm gonna come back to this. I say, you know, how the fuck you name a sea after the Arab who was landlocked with camels? You understand? They didn't even know what the fucking ship was. They motherfucking the main transportation for the air for damn near all the years of their existence, even to this very day, was the camel. And then you gonna name a goddamn sea after a goddamn goat herd. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you. You understand what I'm saying? They name a goddamn sea after a goddamn shepherd. Didn't even know what no goddamn. And so this is what they do to steal from us our legacy. See, so when you looking at, you're looking at all the, these nations that's on that Kushite ocean. See that's the first world. No, the first global trade, the first global empire of the Kushites outside of Africa. You see what I'm saying? Outside of Africa. You understand what I'm saying? So you see all of that land, the Kushites control that. Every one of them land mass. That's why when you go up in up into the what they call the Persian Gulf. See, this was the seat of the Cushites, and that's why you go in the Bible and they, even though they lying, they telling you that Nimrod, who supposedly established Mesopotamia, was what? He was the son of who? Cush, Ethiopia. You understand what I'm saying? And the first capital of Babylon was Cush, Kish. They put the I in there, but it's still Cush. So then you come over to you got the Hindu Kush Mountain. And then you got, and you go into southern India where you see majority of them rock pyramid temples. You understand what I'm saying? And when the Arabs came in there, they destroyed a lot of that down there in the southern regions. You understand what I'm saying? And then you come on over, and when you go over there and look at, Papua New Guinea, you know what I'm saying? You see this, all of this is in the yellow, over here where I'm pointing, this Indonesia, but right over here in the gray area is Papua New Guinea, where you got, full-blooded Africans. You understand what I'm saying? So that just show you, if you got full-blooded Africans in the Papua New Guinea, got, man, they hair woollier than some niggas on the continent. You understand? That ain't, it ain't like Australia where they got, you could tell they, they didn't have a little more mixture. You know what I'm saying? In their blood. You know what I'm saying? You go to Papua New Guinea and goddamn it, ain't nothing. Them motherfuckers been, and I ain't saying it in disrespect shit. They ain't mixed since the time they left Africa. You know what I'm saying? So if that's showing you the extent, and if they in Papua New Guinea, they were in southern China and Japan. You see what I'm saying? Nonetheless, let me come down and show you these maps. So when you come up right here, you see the monsoons. You see what I'm saying? You see the monsoons that carry the Africans over into these areas. Carrying them up into the what they call the ain't no Persian Gulf. That's the Cushite Gulf. That's the Ethiopian Gulf. Ain't no Saudi Arabia. It wasn't no damn Saudi Arabia. That shit is a fairly recent, a conquest. You understand what I'm saying? In the last 2000, that's Ethiopia. That's what they call Sheba. You understand what I'm saying? So even though the Bible ain't nothing but a lying ass, document, it still gave proof of, that the Cushites, the Ethiopians, were in these lands before it as mighty civilizations, not no little tribe. You understand what I'm saying? These was nations. So you had what they call Sheba. And then over here you had what they call Babylon, which was the seat of Nimrod the Ethiopian. Then you come over in these areas and you have what they call the Hindu Kush. And then you had the Naga culture, which was was a aspect of African culture all over the planet. I done showed this. You know what I'm saying? You had the Nagas in India, you had the Nagas in Japan, you had the Nagas in Ethiopia and in Sudan. You had the Naga even over here. The Olmecs brought the Naga with them over, into what we call today the Americas. You understand what I'm saying? So this was, and niggas didn't, hiding behind some silly word that they thought that the white man created, and they didn't understand that this culture existed tens of thousands of years before a Caucasoid even crawled out the damn cave. And I got to say it like that. And so as you see, you know what I'm saying? Not just India. That's nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump. You know what I'm saying? The monsoons are bringing you from Somalia to India, without barely no navigation. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even need to navigate. to goddamn China, all you had to do is point the goddamn boat in that direction, and it's gonna come into some area. It's gonna eventually come to the coastline of India. You understand what I'm saying? But the Africans had to even come, because over here, if you see what the arrow is at, you understand what I'm saying? These are the Andaman Islands where they got many of the Jara. You understand what I'm saying? The Jara tribe, and many other tribes was in that area. You understand what I'm saying? You had Africans all in the Philippines, and and I got pictures of them, and that's past China. You know what I'm saying? That's past China. So I got legends of the little Twa people that was in Japan. You know what I'm saying? That was there before the Ainu people. Now they say the Ainu people is even older than today's Japanese, and the Japanese talk about the Ainu people was, and they admit that. But the Ainu people say it was a little small people that was there before they got there, and they talk about them. They call them the Kuporu people. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In many respects, they probably, wiped them out. You understand what I'm saying? Took over the land from them. But them little, what you call the Twa, was all through Southern Asia. Okay, they were the first people documented in that area, and and that's without any doubt. You know what I'm saying? I could show you some pictures of some of these Africans, just to show you the hate that these people, because they've been committing genocide on our peoples for thousands of years now. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all. Now look, these is they call them the Negritos, or the Philippines. You understand? And so right here, you see, these are full-blooded Africans. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't even mixed. You understand what I'm saying? This brother look like he comes straight out the Congo somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Full-blooded African. You know what I'm saying? In the Philippines. And so, let me come back up here. So, so when you see the Philippines is past, this the Philippines right here. Is past China. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is Papua New Guinea down here. You understand what I'm saying? Full-blooded Africans over there. You understand what I'm saying? So if you see that, then you got to understand there was a wave that came down on Asia. You understand what I'm saying? And these is where some of the first genocides of African people took place, because them people, what you call the Caucasoid, what you call the Chinaman, all them motherfuckers descend up out of Russia. That's their motherland. You understand what I'm saying? That is their motherland. You don't know of these people before they come up out of these regions. They were not down here though. They wasn't in the southern region, not even in China. When you start talking below this 40 degrees longitude, you understand what I'm saying? You talking about African people. You understand? Japan African. All of this, belong to African people. So we got to understand that they just when we dealing with recently, we talking about probably the last 2,000 years. You understand what I'm saying? Where even if you would have went into China, you would have seen that that country was heavily dark skinned. You understand what I'm saying? But they pushed a lot of them dark skinned ones down south, and and was wiping them out. You understand what I'm saying? To just like Tasmania, you ain't got none of them, and they wiped them all out. Now let me deal with some things just so we can see, some of the, how they done took, the word, a lot of words from Africa, the Chinese hieroglyph system that they got. they got from Africa, even though it's not, exactly the same, that's where they got it from. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, you hear, you got Ghana. You understand what I'm saying? You got Afghanistan. You see what I'm saying? You hear Ghana in Afghanistan. So, you gotta, we talk about words, but we act like we don't hear, you understand what I'm saying? The African that's over there. You understand what I'm saying? And it's there. You have to, look into the language. Now, in India, you got what they call what? The Mauryan Empire. And then you come over to Africa, and what you got? You got Mauritania. You see, you got to understand that Moor or Mauryan or Moor, it means black. That's exactly what it means. You understand what I'm saying? Mauryan and Mauritania, and you see the root and the similarity is rooted in the same word definition, word origin, meaning black, but black, not, and I don't want you to just think black, African. You understand what I'm saying? It's an African word. You understand what I'm saying? And so let me come down and show you. Now, when you come to China, you see what? You go to Africa, you see what? Songhai. You understand what I'm saying? Songhai. And then you come to China, you got Shanghai. You see what I'm saying? It's the same goddamn word. You understand what I'm saying? To show you that the Africans were already over there. Now, you go to West Africa, you got what? You got a skier. And one of the great rulers of India was what? A scholar. Okay? You got a skier, and you got what? You got a scholar. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't just no one goddamn word. You understand what I'm saying? Wait a minute, let me find, I have some more. I don't want to go into everything. I just want to stick with some of the wording. You know what I'm saying? If y'all better get on over there to that Patreon, because I'm going to be dropping. I'm going to start the goddamn tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? Putting that work on, because they ain't going to be able to take it. They ain't going to be able to take it. I got some more words that, prove, and it ain't just no one goddamn word. I ain't going to go all the way down, because there's a lot of shit jumping off, that I want to drop for the family. You know what I'm saying? It's up in here somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? But let me get back here, just to prove the fact that, why our people, need to deport them, because number one, they had, they've been in a operation of genocide on African people for a very long time. And then, like I said, it's a lot of Indians and shit and Chinese on the east coast of Africa anyway. You know what I'm saying? The Indian been over there pretty much for a while now, probably more so since the going over there with the British. You understand what I'm saying? Flunkies to the British, and seizing a lot of control over there at that time. So when you go to areas and like Madagascar, they over there deep. They in a lot of them areas deep. You understand? They even in the goddamn Caribbean. You understand what I'm saying? Anywhere where the British conquered, like down, the Indian went with them. You understand? And they done got a foothold in a lot of them damn areas. And so, they've been, African people have known these people to have been conquerors and colonizers along with the British and the Europeans for a very long time now. You understand what I'm saying? And it's time for them to go. You understand? They over there got more economic foothold in the continent than Africans. You know what I'm saying? And shit. And if they don't seize, control a lot, man, listen, the goddamn Indian gonna have a lot of Africa. You understand? They feet over there deep now. You understand what I'm saying? Because niggas is playing games and shit. So family, when you come and you look at your community and you see them in there and you see that they doing the same thing in your community that they doing in Africa, and they doing and they committing genocide on a lot. You know, they over in Papua New Guinea committing genocide. You understand? They trying to, and I see that Papua New Guinea is, they I don't know what they done sent to the UN where they want to totally separate. I don't know if they consider Papua New Guinea a part of Indonesia or not, but I know they issuing something to the UN where they want complete autonomy from Indonesia. They over there trying to encroach on the land. You understand? They did it to the Adamite Islands. They didn't, it ain't but so many of the Adamanese people, African people on the land. They wiping them out. These motherfuckers have no respect for African culture and African life, and we got to understand that. Quit playing games. It's about gas, global African supremacy. How do you bring about gas? TAC, TAC, total African control. Total African control of what? Everything. Government, resources, military, spirituality. You got to get that beast back his motherfucking religion and all of that. It's no longer you can make an excuse for it. You understand what I'm saying? It's no longer niggas want to do Hindu garbage and shit and bend their backs and put all kind of red dots on their heads and put all type of design, floral designs on their hands and this, that, and the third, and clean their chakras. The only thing niggas need to be cleaning is to bury all them goddamn choppers and them goddamn shotguns and get ready to get these motherfuckers about your goddamn community. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we playing games, we fleeing from reality, and when it boils down to it, and niggas is talking all this shit, at the end of the day, it's gonna be a lot of African lives lost. Niggas gonna be in to put out all type of controversial videos, and there ain't gonna be a goddamn thing done about it. What should you do? Number one, it's the time the ancestors then gave you an opportunity to wean yourself up off of this beast. A lot of shit is shut down, and you starting to do without it. You starting to create new ways to, adapt to not, being fed every goddamn thing. You figuring out ways to do for self. You should continue to move forward. You should not jump back on the hook. You should not be in the line of all the mindless niggas that gonna be outside of every goddamn Caucasoid, Asian, and Arab business, waiting to run and give every little dollar that they got, all that little stimulus money that they gave them, if they gave them some. They cannot wait to run and get that shit back. Find a way to flip it for yourself, for your family. Keep it in your goddamn community. Open up a business that is going to prosper, that black people need these services, and continue to expand on that. You know what I'm saying? Because and fuck niggas that cannot support family that's trying to establish an African economic blueprint. We need this. Is mandatory. You understand what I'm saying? This is motherfucking mandatory. Get your own goddamn cell phone company. Get your own goddamn computer. Get your own goddamn internet. Do this. Quit letting these motherfuckers push you up off of here because you tell the goddamn truth. If you want to tell the truth and you tired of the beast putting your ass up off the internet, snatching your shit down, nigga, get your own goddamn. And this is what other people done. China got their own internet. Russia got their own internet. And if they don't want to unite, they shut that shit down. Like, bitch, get up off of here with this shit. You understand what right or wrong? They got control over that. And so we could do that for ourselves and shit. And block all type of garbage from coming in. We could do that. And that's what, and quit complaining when you got the ability to do this. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is on the internet every goddamn day, all goddamn day. I know collectively we can come together and put some shit together, you understand, to establish our own market. You understand what I'm saying? It's in gas, global African supremacy is you can implement this anywhere in the world if we moving on one mind. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't got to, nigga, if you implement a global African supremacy in your household, you are moving this ideology forward. Don't worry about, you do it, and there's somebody else out there doing it. And you know that's going to effectively change the situation. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to wait. Oh, if don't nobody else did, you know, well, I don't want. Bitch, shut up. You do it. Don't worry about you do it. Everybody have to do it for themselves. When you know you got that dollar in your pocket, when you decide, oh, whether I'm gonna go in this business and spend you decide that. If you decide, say, fuck that, I'm not giving them, I'm keeping this bread. I got something that established, you know, a blueprint. I'm gonna put that money to that. You understand what I'm saying? That's, you know, it ain't no major. You got to break that simplistic addiction to Western society. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers think it's just gonna all happen now. No, it started with your black ass. Anytime, you know, well, it don't look like, bitch, you the one went in there and spent the motherfucking dollar with the Arab, nigga. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? You could have, so gas started with the individual. It started with breaking the chain on your mind. You understand what I mean? Let the other motherfucker worry about him, and it's gonna happen. You understand what I'm saying? And spread, you know, positivity to the people that it can happen. But, you know, you got niggas out here saying this, that, man, shut the fuck up. Nigga, get free. So to my family out there, I appreciate you coming out. You understand? Be safe. You understand what I'm saying? Be fucking safe. Don't let no motherfucker tell you to let your guard down. You understand? Be motherfucking safe. Everything is on the board. We don't know shit. And so since we don't know shit, everything is on the board. Every motherfucking thing is on the board, and you should act like it. And, you know, and you know, if you feel and got enough, then put it to the world and get an answer on what should be done. You understand what I'm saying? And if niggas don't get, they a bitch. Shit, I can't say nothing else other than that. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all motherfuckers feel like it's this, that, and the third, you's a goddamn bitch. I'm ready to get the fuck away from these motherfuckers, but I know that they carrying this shit everywhere, and which means that you ultimately gonna have to see this motherfucker. You gonna have to run his motherfucking ass back up in the cave is what you gonna have to do. That's the only goddamn answer. You understand what I'm saying? You sit out here and you lay up under a beast, nigga, you gonna get the same goddamn diseases and everything else that they get. You understand what I'm saying? He trying to change the earth to fit his, you understand, recessive, you know what I'm saying, package. You know what I'm saying? He got a recessive pack. So he trying to change the demographics of the planet to suit, you know, which means he gonna destroy a lot of it. You understand? Where it ain't even, you know, gonna be useful to us as a people on this planet. So if you sit back here and let this motherfucker destroy the planet, it's on your silly ass. Time to see him. We got the numbers. You understand what I'm saying? We got the numbers. And ending on that, you know what I'm saying? Tell China if they want to bring their ass that we not no little nation. Motherfucker, we on Africa, goddamn 2 billion. And motherfucker, we goddamn near a billion, you understand, in military age. You know what I'm saying? And so if y'all bitches want it with the, and then you dealing with the family outside of the continent, y'all bitches want to see us, you can see us. God damn, man, look, man, listen, call the motherfucker out. You understand, bitch, what y'all want to do? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers want to come down on the ground and get that work, bitch, bring it on. You got to get, when you got them kind of numbers, nigga, you got to throw your weight. You can't be no nigga. You got 2 billion people on the continent. Damn near average age is damn near 18 years old. And you walking around cowering, you understand, begging them motherfucking and pleading. No, motherfucker, you demand with them kind of numbers. And then you got family all around the goddamn globe and niggas over here on their knees begging these bitches for a couple of dollars. You mean to tell me, niggas, it's enough people on the continent to build a goddamn highway from the top of Africa all the way to the bottom. Goddamn, from east to west. Y'all can, build all type and employ the people to do that, train, track, and every goddamn thing else. You don't need nobody. Goddamn, y'all can't make cement and I understand we don't have the machinery and shit, this, that, and the third. That was something that they stole from us, our ability, to industrialize with machinery and shit. And so that's something that they have a monopoly on. And so we have to figure out other ways of doing shit until that time. Get back on the rivers and use a lot of the boats and boating to, because we build very great. And I know it's a modern age, but you got to, and they out there doing it anyway. That's one of the major ways in which they're going up and down Africa, not anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But we can industrialize it. We can, more progressively, invest in that and make it, even stronger than what it is, and connect North Africa with Southern Africa, East Africa with West Africa, and, unite the continent in certain regions. You understand? Regionalize it first, and then once you regionalize it, then you unify it as a whole continent. You understand? We have to do this and get the fuck off the hook. Get up off the white man titty. You understand what I'm saying? All right, family. This is the general putting that message out there. It's still about gas. It's still about global African supremacy. It's still about total African control. We need to run this shit for that we end up dying on this motherfucker. You understand? Being, running from the reality that it's our responsibility as the righteous rulers of the planet to sit on the throne and dictate the moral direction of this planet. We have, through our enslavement, we have looked at ourselves lesser than who we are. But today we realize that if we do not do it, and you see how filthy and immoral these peoples is, you just sitting there waiting on the next situation. And the next situation, which is probably and more likely going to be more vicious and more deadly than the one you see today. So if you want to sit back on your ass and wait on that, and you think this is just a video, bitch, we can come back. And when our peoples is crying and in pain and in misery, and the message has been given to you, and you don't have enough courage and heart to stand up and die for life on the planet or for our people, you understand what you ain't got the courage, then fuck you. Straight up. Fuck you. Fuck these videos. Fuck you, nigga. You understand? It's more than in life is more than entertainment. You understand? Well, some of us got to really step up and see for the benefit of our people's existence and the planet's existence. You understand what I'm saying? We have to see to this. You understand? Today is the day I want you to do it. Get with me. Patreon, General Sarasun Seti, KingSeti.com, GeneralSeti.com. Fuck with me. Guaranteed to keep the mind, fluent. You understand what I'm saying? And ready to make a change. All right, family. I'll see you, goddamn it, real soon. Black Pop.